Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Sundays with Cheryl, and I'm your host, Cheryl Echeverria. If this is the first time you're here with us, remember to subscribe and comment on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, wherever you're seeing this video. We'd love to hear from you. Especially on YouTube, we need the numbers up there, so please please subscribe. If you're still on our old YouTube page, switch on over to youtube.com/, put in the @ at Echeverria Travel. Again, if this is the first time you're with us, I'm Cheryl Echeverria. I've owned and operated Echeverria Travel 17 years as of October 12th, 2023, with my husband Nelson, my handsome partner, travel partner, my husband of almost 31 years next month. So not only are we travel partners, but we're partners in the business. Also, Echeverria Travel does adult-only travel. For those of us all across the United States, we do small group travel. Probably the largest groups we've done is 40 people, and that is because we must fill the buses that are doing the destination tours and more. Sometimes we'll do smaller groups. Just ask a question for about what type of group it is. We do premium and luxury travel. We do go by your budget as well. We just stay away from the carnivals and the Royal Caribbeans, but we do most all the products you see out there, from the all-inclusive resorts to cruise lines to destination planning, whether it's an escorted group or a personalized, customized group for you and your family. We do it all: destination weddings, honeymoons, retying the knots, pickleball themes, all kinds of group events we do for you. I'm talking today about the don't fall into cruise traps. Like I said, I do all types of travel, especially to those of us who are special needs and disabled. I started my business, like I said, 17 years ago after I became disabled from complications from type 1 diabetes. So if you are legally blind, do home dialysis, you have mobility disabilities, and so much more, we can handle it. Food restrictions, food allergies, celiac disease, you name it. We've done it, we've worked with it. So let us know. Number is 631-456-5394, or reservations at echeveriatravel.com, or text messaging, or message us on social media. Please give us up to 24 hours to return phone calls. Please do not call and hang up because I'm on the phone, or and on my emails, I have it automatically set up that we will return emails within 24-hour period to get back to you. So leave a detailed message and we'll get back to you via phone, email, text messaging, and live video chat, whether it's Zoom, Skype, or Google Chat. We do all of that to communicate with you because we're home-based. We're not a brick and mortar travel agency that's gone the way of the dinosaurs. So if you see somebody that still has a brick and mortar travel agency, kudos to them. But 90% of us are from the home. No, we don't have licenses for you to come into our home to do business, but we will go to your home or take you out for coffee if you're local, wherever we can do to help. So like I said, don't fall into cruise traps. And today we're going to start off with those free options you get. If you're looking at the drink packages, Wi-Fi, specialty dining, even bidding on upgrades with your cruises, these are big traps that people fall into. Yes, they're nice to get the amenities, but make sure that you qualify for these amenities. Like with the drink packages, they cover beer, wine, cocktails, including your mocktails. Those are cocktails that do not have alcohol in them. So remember that some of them include water and soda. So if you're not a drinker and you do want to pay $6 or $7 per bottle for a bottle of beer, per drinking a glass of wine, depending on the wine, $6 to $8 a glass of wine, sometimes up to $14. The same thing with a cocktail or a mocktail, depending on what you're drinking. If it's more of a top shelf drink, then you're going to pay more, of course. But if you just drink at dinner and want a glass of wine or a cocktail, that's fine. Then I would say don't take the drink packages. The same thing with the dining packages. It's nice to have a specialty dining option. We always try the different restaurants on board, and we like the main dining rooms, but sometimes we want a steakhouse option or seafood or teppanyaki. Those are depending on how many days worth of cruising you're on, they'll either get 2 options or 3 options. Remember, with either the dining or the drink package, you're also going to get on top of that. You have to pay the gratuities and the taxes and fees that go on to those packages. They may be free, but you're still paying for those options, okay? What I'm going to say that these options refer to the mass market cruise ships, meaning the Carnival's, Royal Caribbean's, Princess, Holland America, Celebrity, all the other ones out there. Disney's not so much because they're more of an all-inclusive thing. They don't have a drink package. You are going to pay for your drinks individually. They do cover the sodas, waters. I know many places don't offer, or if they do offer the fresh squeezed juices, they will charge you. Or if they have a specialty dining, like with Disney, they have the Remy restaurant and other restaurants that are considered specialty. There will be a price for that. But if you're looking, and like I said, we do the adult only, mostly cruising, premium and luxury liners. Those are the Seabourn and the Azumaras. Those are smaller cruise ships, the Windstars. Those usually have those included. You're paying more for it, so it is included with your cruise. So when you're looking at the different cruising besides the mass market, see what's included, because if you're going to want to get it anyway, it's going to be included in there. So that's why that price is higher than you would with your mass market. I'm trying to make it, the new mass market cruise ship out on the block is Virgin Voyages. Now, they are only geared to those 18 years and older. You must be 21 years and older to drink. They will not allow you 18 years and older to drink unless you're over in Europe. Here in the United States, it's 21 years and older. Over in Europe, if you're cruising, it's 18 years and older. It all depends on where you're cruising. And Virgin has been nominated and won 5 of the best awards from Condé Nast Nash, which is a big travel magazine, to Cruise Critic Awards, which is the Oscars of the cruise lines, for best large ship, best dining options, best service, best cabins, and best all-around service. So if you're looking for an adult-only cruise for those 40 and up, then Virgin is for you. They include your taxes and fees, your gratuities, all 20 options of dining, got 20 venues, everything from, they don't have a main dining room, but they do have Italian, they got vegan, they got seafood, they got Mexican, Korean barbecue, Japanese, pizza. They have gelato stands all over the place. These are included in your cruise. The same thing with your Wi-Fi. The same thing. Now they don't have drink packages. Virgin. What they do have is a bar tab, and the bar tab works like this. If you're a drinker, you don't necessarily have to have it, but if you're a drinker, it covers your beers, wine, cocktails, mocktails. I believe it also covers your specialty coffees, because I'm a specialty coffee drinker, so that will be covered with your bar tab. Your fresh squeezed juices. But if you're a soda or water drinker, then you don't need the bar tab. But the bar tabs start at $300 for the cabin. So if your wife doesn't drink and you drink, you can use that $300 for yourself. But keep watching at Cheveria Travel, because we get offers where you get up to a $600 bar tab for your cruise. So actually you wind up paying nothing for your drinks on the cruise, because you're getting that bar tab included. So going back to your drink packages, like I said, and your dining, you're paying the gratuities and the taxes and fees on the other mass market cruise ships. So make sure these are things you want to add on to your cruise. Wi-Fi, if they're offering Wi-Fi, it's the basic Wi-Fi package. It's not, doesn't cover a lot, may only cover maybe one person in the cabin, and may cover the whole cabin. It will only cover certain things, not all apps, so you may want to verify what is covered on that Wi-Fi package before you purchase it, because you might have to upgrade anyway when you're on the ship, and you want to find out more of that. The other thing to watch out for with cruising is bidding on upgrades for your cabin. A lot of cruise lines have gone into this. I know Norwegian is a big one to do that, and they'll send you out an email prior to 120 days prior to your last payment due for your cruise. So 120 days prior to cruising is your final payment with booking your cruise. If you are doing last minute cruising and you're booking 90 days out or 120, you have to pay in full. So it's 120 days or 3.5, 4 months prior to cruising date, you need to pay in full. There's no payment available to you after that point. Now, when we do groups, I always do it at least a year and a half to a year out. Why? Because we do have deposit due dates. We have payment dates throughout the year that you can make payments, or each person in the group is considered individual, even though you're in that group, that you could arrange payment plans with us to make payments. You could do this also if you're not in the group and you're just planning travel for you and your family, whether it's an escorted or private customized trip. We can do this as long as you plan far enough out and you want to do payments. Don't ask me 3-4 months prior to traveling, because it's not going to be available to you. So again, back to bidding on upgrades. Be careful when you're doing this, especially if you see something and you want to upgrade your rooms from an ocean view to a balcony, and you need to start bidding on it, and you can bid $100 on that bid. Remember, you're bidding on 2 people, so that bid of $100 will turn into $200. So remember that when bidding on your cruise. A lot of times, if you just ask your travel agent, hey, I saw this bid, is it worth it? Maybe what is the difference in price from going from my ocean view to a balcony? A lot of times it's only $100 difference anyway. So remember that when you're looking at, oh, I can only afford interior, maybe automatically get with that offer, you're getting an interior, but they're going to bump you up to an ocean view. That's different. This is actually a separate thing when you're bidding on upgrades. So remember that, be very careful. because you've outbid somebody, but then you're wasting a lot of money on something that you could have done separately, contacting your agent. That's what we're here for. Tracking fares. This is going way of the dinosaur. A lot of cruise lines will not drop the price of their cruise, especially if they're almost full on that last minute trip. And again, also last minute, they're really not offering them ever since COVID. And yes, with this, the issues with the inflation and everything, people are still traveling. I mean, you hear it all the time that airlines are overbooked, so hotels are overbooked, that tourists are getting out of hand and crowds all over the world. So remember to book early your destination. And again, remember to go where you want to go and not where maybe there's something different that you want to do that others don't want to do. This is your trip, and let's get it done for you. The other thing is to make sure you understand your contract and your loyalty fares with the cruise lines. I'm going to talk with your loyalty rewards. If you are an avid cruiser of a certain cruise line, whichever it may be, check your loyalty points. You may get free drinks, you may get on the ship earlier, you may get a free dining, you may be invited to a cocktail party with the captain. You don't know what it would be, but always check your loyalty points because a lot of them go, they're not used and you're not sure what you're getting. So always, if I'm not sure or they're not saying online, then when you're on the ship, go to guest services or the loyalty desk once you get settled in your stateroom and find out what they are. They will look at your, Mr. and Mrs. Echeverria, you've been with XYZ for 5 sailings. You actually get 5 drinks. Or you get, we'll put you in the grill, the specially adult-only dining restaurant, pick a night, and that's so check those things out. It might be something that you want to find out. You cruise enough, you want to find out those rewards to you. And the other thing is your restrictions and limitations when you are cruising. Remember, number one, you're outside the United States. This is not a hotel. I mean, this is a floating hotel, but read your contracts. We do send everybody your contract, which is on the you'll get 2 invoices from us. And Echeverria Travel will give you the breakdown of what you paid, whether it's your deposit or how many payments you did, your category, your room, your itinerary, your cruise, your destination you're doing on Echeverria Travel banner letterhead. So make sure when you're working with us, you're giving us your email because everything is done through email. It won't be done through text messaging. And please read your emails. I can't stress it enough how many people don't read their emails when they plan their travel. And there's a lot of information in there that you need to read. The other email you'll get when you first book is your invoice with the supplier, with the cruise line. Okay, they'll say, welcome aboard XYZ Cruise, your name, your sailing, your itinerary, the same thing, but it also gives you your cruise line contract and all your restrictions, everything from smoking areas to people with disabilities, to there's an area on there for the State Department to check out the destinations you're visiting. If they were restricted, you wouldn't be going to that destination anyway. They would tell you ahead of time via email, and that's another issue. Please remember to read the emails from the tour operator you're using. Again, people scream and yell on Facebook or other places. I didn't get information about the cancellation of my cruise, or we're not going to this destination, et cetera, et cetera. And that's because you didn't read the emails that are coming from that cruise line. Check your spam, check your junk, check your emails from your travel agent. Can't stress this enough. Check the emails from your travel insurance. Print those out. Keep them handy, okay? Other things with smoking. You're not allowed to smoke in your stateroom. If they're caught smoking and they smell smoke in your room, you will pay up to a $200 cleaning fee. Yay! You don't want that. There are certain areas on the decks, find out where they are, that you can smoke if you're a smoker. Kids clubs, if you're traveling with kids, they're not allowed in certain areas. They're not allowed in certain areas after a certain age. Okay, make sure they're in kids clubs. If not, they're not allowed in the adult area only. I see kids, babies screaming in the quiet areas of the ship, and this is why we only do adult only travel. Hopefully that cuts us down on certain things for us, but this is one of the things, and please don't yell and scream at me, because I am a grandparent 8 times over. We love our kids, we love our grandchildren, but remember that when we're paying all this money to travel, we want to travel without the kids. Leave them with mommy and daddy and let them pay for their travel. Unless you're doing a family reunion, destination wedding, or whatever it is, then yes, we will work with you with the kids. Age restrictions, if you're pregnant, please check that out. There's certain times you cannot travel with a cruise line after a certain date because of the risk of giving birth on the ship. Make sure if you're getting married that all your passports are up to date. The same thing with the cruise line. Everything has to match when you get to the cruise ship. And with Echeverria travel, unless you're going to Hawaii or a U.S. destination, you need a passport. I'm going to stress this, the Bahamas is not part of the United States, and I do not care if it's a closed jar cruise because you are leaving the United States and on international waters, and if anything happens to you, you cannot fly home without a passport. Finally, your itinerary with your cruise line. This is an assumed itinerary and not a guaranteed itinerary. I state this because things of weather during hurricane season, you may have to divert the itinerary from going to Eastern Caribbean to Western Caribbean, so the cruise ships, the cruise, you are safe. They may not be able to go to that destination you're going to. Maybe it's a war like Russia and the Middle East right now. They've canceled all cruise ships to Israel and to that region, so you do not want to go. They're not even taking people there. They also will divert if somebody has gotten hurt, if there's an SOS out there by a smaller ship or an evacuation somewhere. 9 out of 10 times, cruise lines will help Coast Guard with those options like they did in Israel, like they've done with smaller vessels that have had issues, and they will go out to help them. In your contract, it states cruise lines do not have to compensate you if the itineraries change. They don't have to give you drinks. They don't have to give you dining options. They don't have to give you money back. You're on the ship. You're sailing. You may want to take that up with your travel insurance company. If they do decide to give you something, accept it. Don't be a gift horse in the mouth. It's something that they decided to do, even though they don't have to do it. Okay, remember, Echeverria Travel. Hit the bell, subscribe. We'd like you to comment and refer us. Word of mouth is the best form of advertising. We service all U.S. citizens, and we have 2 Facebook groups that I'll put the link here below on YouTube. One is for Echeverria travelers, and one is for special needs and disabled travelers. Don't only. Please only join these groups if you plan on joining us on trips. Do not join because you want to ask a question. You can ask questions, but remember, this is for you that want to join us on a group event and you want to help plan those trips. Do not come on, oh, I'm an RVer. I don't travel, but I want to find, no, these groups are not for you then. We appreciate only joining if you're planning on coming with us, and we will start planning for 2024 and 2025 shortly. Have a great day. Have a happy Sunday. We'll see you next week. Join us during the week for episodes of Planning Your Travel and travel news, as well as interviews with our travel partners on Talk Travel with Cheryl during the week. Have a great day. God bless. Bye-bye.